welcome to Putnam City North High School. Tonight's matchup, the Del City Eagles against the Putnam City North Panthers. Michael Johnson here with you to bring you all the action tonight. Sean's not with me tonight, and you can see the Putnam City North band. That's the Del City band. Coming out onto the field. We have about 12 minutes to go before we kick off this game. And you can watch this game on YouTube, SportsZone Oklahoma on YouTube. Also, it's on the News 9 digital app, news9.com. Tonight, the Del City Eagles come in here at 5-1, 3-0 in 6A2 District 1. Their only loss was the first game of the season on September 3rd to Booker T. Washington, the dominant team out at Tulsa. Their wins this year over Carl Albert, Bishop McGuinness, Northwest Classen, Stillwater, and last week they beat Midwest City 27-6. Defense playing great in that game, 16 tackles for a loss and 4 sacks. Next week for Del City, they will have Deer Creek, and then they'll close their season with Grant and Lawton. One side note here, as we were watching warm-ups, the Del City kicker, Stanley Johnson, a junior, was hitting field goals as far as 55 yards in warm-ups. So something to look out for there for Del City. For Putnam City North, 3-3 on the season, 1-2 in district play. They lost Putnam City Original to Deer Creek, and last week they dropped the game in Lawton 33-28. Their wins this year over Piedmont, Putnam City West, and Grant. Next week for the Panthers, they will head to Midwest City before coming home for the last 2 games against Classen and Stillwater.
Under the direction of drum major Amari Sango.
And let's pause to listen to the band here. And a great job there by the band playing the national anthem. So to get back to the stats here for Putnam City North, let's take a look at some of the team leaders on the year for the Panthers. Junior Carson Laverty, the quarterback, he's 67 for 96, 1,051 yards, 8 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. He's also ran the ball 34 times for 137 yards and 3 touchdowns on the season. So Laverty accounting for 11 touchdowns total. Sophomore Kamarian Jones, he had to come in after Amarian Norment left the team for the season. The sophomore has ran 46 times for 339 yards and 5 touchdowns. Sophomore Cameron Scott, him and Reese Moffitt, the senior, lead the team in receiving. Scott, 21 receptions for 349 yards and 3 touchdowns. The senior Reese Moffitt, 20 receptions, 338 yards and 3 touchdowns. On the defensive side of the ball, they're led by the 2 seniors, Jaleel Johnson, the big defensive end, 44 tackles, 8 tackles for a loss this season. And the senior Hayden Thornton, the linebacker, 68 tackles, averaging 11 tackles per game. So they're getting it done on the defensive side of the ball. No stats really for Del City. Wasn't able to find anything for them in pregame. But they have been dominant this year as well, especially in District 1. And we expect a pretty good matchup tonight. The Panthers' last home game was here against Deer Creek, where they really were not able to do much. Deer Creek's defensive front, a 3-man defensive front, was able to get a lot of pressure on Laverty, was really able to shut down the run game. And so knowing how good Del City's defense is, we'll have to see what the Panthers can do up front to mitigate that defense and try to get some yards here. So we are about 7 minutes away from kickoff, and looks like cheerleaders, and they're lining up against the tunnel over there for Putnam City North, so they'll be coming out here soon. Of course, the captains are getting ready to meet at midfield for the coin toss, and we're going to see who is going to get the ball, what end of the field we'll start out with, and that's coming up here in just a second. Referees instructing both teams are getting ready to walk out to midfield. And in about 6.5 minutes, we'll get this game started. Again, you're watching this. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, SportsZone Oklahoma, like the video. And we have the live chat going on during the game. During timeouts and halftime, we'll check to see what your comments are. Also, thank you if you're watching on news9.com, the News 9 app, or the News 9 streaming service. Captain's meeting at midfield right now. They're going to get some instruction from our referee. These two teams last season at Del City played a great game right down to the wire. So a bit of a rivalry. 6A2 District 1 is a very competitive district with teams like Deer Creek and Piedmont, Del City, Midwest City, Putnam City North, Lawton. Very, very competitive district. So Del City has won the toss. They have elected to defer. So Putnam City North, they're switching sides there. Putnam City North will receive to start this game.
Del City has won the toss and will defer. Putnam City North will
Can the captains shake hands at midfield? And we'll get both teams coming out of their respective tunnels onto the field here shortly to get this game started. A great night for football. Temperatures have finally dropped. Just an excellent night for football. We are expecting weather to move in later tonight, but hopefully we're able to get this game in without any kind of delays. Right now it's a nice clear night, cool, and not a lot of wind blowing right now. Actually, the flags on the poles aren't even moving. So excellent right now, excellent time for football. We'll pause right here and hold until the teams take the field. So again, as we wait for both of these teams to come out, just a reminder, if you're watching on YouTube, we do have the live chat up. And we would love to hear what you have to say. BD Fresh, another element, add the logo is the school's records. Yep. I want to do that, but when you're watching online, sometimes that text can get a little bit small, and sometimes it's hard to read. That's why I haven't added them. But thank you for the comment, BD Fresh. Anybody else has any comments on YouTube, please shoot them our way. And then also remember, this game is available on news9.com, the News 9 streaming service, and the News 9 app.
Week 7 of the 2021 football season. Please welcome the visiting Del City Eagles.
Clock's ticking down. The Putnam City North now watching their intro video, and then we should have Dell City on the field. We'll get Putnam City coming out, Putnam City North, so we can get this game started. And the Eagles are now taking the field, so we should see the Panthers coming out here very shortly. And here come the Panthers onto the field right now. Again, just a great night for high school football here in the state of Oklahoma.
Your ticket to tonight's football game is a privilege to watch youngsters learn while participating. One of the lessons taught to players is one spectators can follow as well: good sportsmanship. Unruly behavior is unacceptable in the classroom, the athletic field, or court. Sportsmanship is everyone's responsibility. Do the right thing.
All right, and we are getting ready for kickoff here to start this game. Putnam City North Panthers will get the ball first to start the first quarter. And the kick is away. And it's going to be out of bounds. That's going to be a penalty. So great field position for the Panthers to start the game. That's a mistake that Dell City doesn't really want to make this early in the game. Of course, the Eagles, as mentioned earlier, last week 16 tackles for a loss, 4 sacks on the quarterback against Midwest City. See what the Panthers can do coming out here. They're going to start out 5 wide. Laverty in the gun by himself. So the ball up to the 35 after the penalty. Laverty, the junior, as we mentioned earlier, over 1,000 yards passing on the season, 8 touchdowns. He's going to start with 5 wide receivers, 3 down linemen for Dell City. Motion to the backfield. Now he has a running back. He's going to give to Kamarion Jones, who has a hole up the right side off tackle up to the 41-yard line, just past the 40. Great run by Kamarion Jones, the sophomore. Nice gain for the Panthers on first down. Brings up a 2nd and 4 from the 41. 4 wide receivers. And that's going to be a penalty on Dell City jumping it. So the Eagles want to bring the blitz. They just trying to jump it too quick, not watching the ball. That will move the sticks and give the Panthers a first down. 1st and 10 at the 46 coming up. Panthers did a great job blocking that in that first play. Hole opened up on the right side off tackle for Kamarion Jones. Laverty in the backfield. He's in the gun. It's low snap, looking to throw. He's thrown down the middle, over the middle of the field. He's got a wide open wide receiver, stays on his feet. He's still going. He's at the 30, knocked out of bounds at the 30-yard line. And that's Cameron Scott, senior wide receiver, with the catch. That'll move the sticks again and give the Panthers another first down. So Panthers having success early moving the football. Del City with only a 3-man front up with down linemen. Laverty 5 wide receivers. Looks like they're bringing pressure again from the outside and up the middle. Laverty checks with the sideline. Looks like he's changing the play. And we got a timeout on the field. So timeout on the field with 11:11 to go in the first quarter. Panthers moving the football. All right, Panthers back on the field. 5 wide receivers. Del City was showing a blitz last time around. Laverty changed the play before the timeout. Let's see what he does here. He's in the gun. Marion Jones moves to the backfield. And Laverty looking to throw. He's got to throw up the left side. And out of range of our camera, incomplete. So that'll bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Panthers. Marion Jones in the backfield with Laverty. He's going to give it to Jones up the middle. He's going to get a couple of yards. Not a whole lot there. Brought down by number 9, Darius Hampton. Laverty in the backfield alone again. Jones moves to the backfield with him. Snap. Laverty fumbles the ball, puts it on the ground. He's got to jump on top of it. And that's going to be a big loss for the Panthers. Laverty able to get back on the football. Had a good snap there. Not sure what happened, but he just lost the football. That's going to bring up 4th and 9. It's going to be longer than that. 4th and about 18. But this side of the field, they're going to go ahead and go for it. Laverty in the gun. Oh, he's going to do a squib kick, quick little kick down the side. It's going to take a good Panther bounce, and it's going to be down right at the 1. So great job by the Panthers. Laverty with a short little pooch kick, and they're down at the 1. Great job of managing field position by the Putnam City North Panthers.
Part of your evening out for every Panther football game. Thanks to Ed Lynn, Buffalo Wild Wings, and Northwest Expressway for his continued support of Putnam City Athletics.
$9:51 to go in the first quarter. Now we'll see what the Panther defense can do and see how the Eagles respond, if they can get out of their own shadow of their own end zone. Got to expect they're probably going to just put it on the ground, try to gain 1 or 2 yards here to start. Officials timeout. Right now the Eagles just looking for some room. You just want to move the ball, get 2, 3, 4 yards, just try to give yourself some breathing room before you try to risk throwing a pass or anything like that. So I'd expect them to keep it on the ground here. And quarterback's just going to keep it up the middle. He's just going to get a couple of yards. That's Virgil Yates, quarterback, senior quarterback. So a little bit of breathing room. Probably going to expect the same thing here. Another run from the Eagles. Takes a snap, and that's, again, what he's going to do off the left side. And he's going to get up to about the 6. That's going to bring up a 3rd down for the Eagles. Third and 5 coming up. Yates probably keep it again. See what they do. A little bit of room to work with now. Gets the snap. It's run off the left side. Immediately pulled down in the backfield. That was an excellent play by number 8, Demarion Mason, to make the play there. And that'll bring up a 4th down. You got to expect Del City's going to have to punt here. So good job by Mason getting in there and keeping that play contained. Gotta be very careful here if you're Del City. Get the punt away, he steps to the left to kick. He does get the kick away, but it's a short kick and it takes a Panther bounce back towards the sideline. It's gonna be down at the 15-yard line. So this is going to be excellent field position for the Panthers coming out here. 1st and 10 from the Del City 15 to start their 2nd possession. There's 8:22 on the clock to go in the 1st quarter. Sitting here on a TV timeout. So 8:22 to go in the 1st quarter, just waiting to come out of this media timeout. So just a recap there. Panthers get the ball, move the ball down the field a little bit, fumble by Laverty, backs him up. Little pooch kick is down at the 1, and then Del City comes out. Jones, the running back, runs it just a couple of times to get some yardage, but they're held on 3rd down, and now the Panthers, with 1st down on the 15. Kamarion Jones off the right side, cuts back inside for about 3 yards. He's out of bounds. So maybe 4-yard gain there. Should bring up a 2nd and 4 for the Panthers. They can get a 1st down here. 8:18 to go in the 1st quarter. Panthers looking to be the first to get on the board. Laverty in the gun, ready to take the snap, does take the snap, gives it to Marion Jones, who cuts back up inside, but there's nothing there. Great job by that Del City front just holding them. They close down on the lanes, nowhere for Jones to run. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 7 for the Panthers. Don't need to get it all. They can get a 1st down here. And if you're the Eagles, you just need to hold here. You really need to hold the Panthers to a field goal if possible. Laverty looking to this sideline. Marion Jones switches sides. Laverty rolling out left, looking to throw. Going to throw to the corner of the end zone. He's got a man, and it's got a touchdown, Panthers. So Cameron Scott with the touchdown reception. So Panthers get on the board first, 6-0, and they're going to go for 2. Laverty gets in. Okay, so it wasn't a touchdown. He was down at the 1, but now he's in. That's Kamarion Jones with the touchdown. And replay here, gets in there for the touchdown. So 7:16 to go. 7:16 to go in the first. Extra point is up, and it's good. So 7:16 to go in the first quarter after the Kamarion Jones 1-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers take an early 7-0 lead over the Del City Eagles. Again, thank you for watching. If you're watching on SportsZone Oklahoma on YouTube or News9.com, the News9 streaming app, or News9 app, we appreciate you being here. If you are on YouTube, be sure to use that live chat function. Leave us your comments during the game. We'll get to those during halftime, timeouts. And then also at halftime, you can watch here live. We will leave it up so you guys can enjoy the band as they come out on the field. 7:16 to go in the first quarter. Panthers lead 7-0.
Because life's too short to wait. To learn more, visit mercy.net/Oklahoma Knee Guide.
Dale Rogers Training Center is a premier nonprofit agency offering vocational training and jobs to individuals with disabilities. Dale Rogers provides school-to-work transition resources to our district's special needs students and is the official supplier of medals, trophies, awards, and picture framing for the Putnam City District.
All right, ready to get started. 7:16 to go in the first quarter. Panthers ready to kick off after the 1-yard touchdown run by Kamarion Jones. Panthers up 7-0. Del City Eagles now looking to take their shot. Tough first possession for the Eagles, being stuck down there on their 1-yard line to start the drive, just trying to keep it out of their end zone. Short punt that goes back Putnam City North's way. Panthers start on the 15. They're able to punch it in, and that brings us to where we're at right now with Panthers leading 7-0. The kick. We're going to get a return here. Good return up to about the 25-yard line. It's going to be brought down by 33. That's Hayden Thornton, the senior linebacker. So short timeout on the field after the kickoff. 7:09 to go in the first quarter. Eagles offense being led by number 2. That's Virgil Yates, the senior quarterback. And he takes the snap. He's going to hand off up the middle. Nice little lane there, getting a couple of yards. That's number 40. Jason Smith, senior running back. Let's bring up a 2nd and 5 for the Eagles. Smith will take the handoff again and be hit in the backfield, but he's bouncing off after missed tackles. He's breaking loose up the left side past the 40-yard line before he's brought down by number 5, Dazion Matthews. So Panthers had a chance. They had him in the backfield, but some arm tackling. He broke loose of that with the powerful legs, just kept him turning, was able to get upfield, move the sticks, and give the Eagles a first down, inching closer to Panther territory. He's going to give it again up the left side, cuts back inside, and just can't bring him down, just keeping the feet moving, and there is a flag on the play. Looked like there might be a face mask there. Tony Thomas, senior linebacker, had a hold of him but just couldn't bring him down. It looked like we might have got a face mask or something there. See what the call is from the official. Yep, and it was a face mask on the defense, so tackling 15 yards to that one. That's going to move the ball deep inside Panther territory for the Eagles. Of course, the Eagles obviously looking for a touchdown here, but they do have a kicker in Stanley Johnson who is capable, at least in pregame, hit one at 55 yards. So they're right on the edge of his territory or his range. Yates takes a snap, fakes the handoff. He's going to keep it up the middle, and he's going to drive to about the 30-yard line. So Del City just keeping it on the ground. So Yates and Smith, the 1-2 combo here for Del City. Yates looking to throw, steps up in the pocket, he fumbles, ball's on the ground, and the Panthers jump on it. So Yates fumbles the ball, and that is number 32 for the Panthers. That is Jackson D'Souza jumps up on the ball after the fumble. And now the Panthers, with 5:18 to go in the first quarter, are going to get the ball back. So another tough break for the Del City Eagles, just turning the ball over. They were moving the ball. They benefited from a face mask penalty. And then Yates, the quarterback, just putting it on the turf, steps up in the pocket and just can't hold on to it. So Panthers come out leading 7-0, 5:18 to go in the first quarter. Laverty in the shotgun. Kamarion Jones beside him. Let's see what the Panthers do here. Del City, three down linemen. Laverty looking to throw over the middle and just couldn't. Had a wide receiver there, just couldn't hold on. And that was Cameron Scott. He's the senior wide receiver, one of the two that Laverty likes to throw to the most. Scott and number 10, Reese Moffitt, the other one. Going to bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Panthers. Laverty calling out the changes. Snap, looking to throw. Left side. He's got a wide receiver on a short hook route. And he's brought down, that's number 2, Phil Jackson on the catch. Going to be about an 8-yard gain for the Panthers. Bring up a third and about 2 here. Laverty with Jones in the backfield. Just need 2 yards here. And we have a flag on the play. Look, probably a false start. So that's going to back them up 5. So a 3rd and 2 now it turns into a 3rd and 7 for the Panthers. Just a costly penalty on that one. So what are they going to do here? You got to think Laverty's going to throw here. Eagles continuing to play with 3 down linemen. Laverty looking to throw. He's got a man up the left side. Oh, and he just got turned around and he couldn't find it. So that was number 2, Phil Jackson again, and he was open. He had to step on his man. Laverty threw what looked like a good ball, but he just got turned around. He was looking inside. Then he tried to turn outside to find the ball, and he just couldn't find it. So that's going to bring up a 4th and 7 for the Panthers, and they're going to have to punt this one away. Panthers need to cover this one. Snap. Oh, he got some pressure, but he got it away. It's a short kick, but it takes a great Panther bounce, continuing to bounce past the 40 down to about the 36-yard line. So going to be a great field position, great punt considering where the Panthers were at, and they keep Del City back there on their own side of the field. So it's going to bring up 4:22 to go in the first quarter. Panthers lead 7-0. Eagles, another shot here, try to move the ball. Got to think their coaches are over there saying, hey, we need to protect the football, hang on to the football. We can't turn the ball over like this. And if you're the Panther coaches, you're probably telling them, hey, we've got to wrap up, we got to tackle. Drive the feet, don't let go of your feet, drive through the tackle, no arm tackling. You're not going to be able to bring down Smith with an arm tackle. Yates looking to take the snap. High snap. He gives it to Smith again and maybe gets a yard on that play. 33 Hayden Thornton, the senior linebacker, with the stop. Thornton 68 tackles on the year, averaging 11 tackles a game, so a dominant force for the Panthers inside there to stop the run. Clock continuing to tick down in the first quarter. Yates, high snap, looking to take off left side, and he's got a hole there, and there's just a lot of room to run. It looks like he might have just got the first down. And the officials say, yep, first down there. So, but Yates comes up hobbling. He's gimpy there. Maybe twisted ankle. Too early in the game and not really hot enough for it to be cramps. He might have got a twisted ankle there. So I would expect see Smith running the ball now. They're probably not going to have Yates running on that ankle until they figure out what's wrong with him. And he can barely give the ball off. I mean, as soon as he handed that ball off, he went down. Gain of about 5 there for the Eagles. We do have a flag on the play. Holding on Del City, so the run's not going to count. Going to back them up. But again, right now, the concern for Del City is their quarterback. I mean, Virgil Yates coming up a little gimpy there. Barely able to hand the ball off on that last play. Is he going to be all right? He's going to hand the ball off again. Big hole up the middle. And great run by number 7, Ethan Lawrence. He's a senior. Getting back close to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 11 for the Eagles. And this really limits Del City if Yates can't run the ball. Looking to hand off again, taking off running. He does run this one, but he is met right at the 45-yard line. No gain on the play. That's going to bring up a 3rd down. And Yates is not in the game anymore. Now we have at quarterback, number 6, George Goldsby, the sophomore quarterback. So Yates with the looked like an ankle injury. Virgil Yates out of the game. We got the sophomore quarterback in. 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. He's got a man up the left side. Throwing. He's got him step on his man, but it's incomplete. So wide receiver had a step. There was double coverage over there, but he did have a man beat, but the throw was short. And that's going to bring up a 4th down, and Del City's going to have to punt the ball away to the Panthers with 1:56 to go in the first quarter. Snap, left side, quick kick. And another short one, but it does take a Del City bounce down to about the 21-yard line, and that's where it'll be blown dead with 1:43 to go in the first quarter. So Panthers up 7-0 near the end of the first quarter. Been a great quarter for the Panthers, other than that one fumble by Laverty that kind of stopped the momentum on the first drive. Panthers playing sound football, had a few missed tackles on defense. They're going to clean that up. And again, the story so far, Virgil Yates, the senior quarterback for Del City, leaves the game after it looked like maybe an ankle injury. So we have the sophomore quarterback now, Goldsby, in the game. But right now, 1st and 10 for the Panthers. They're going to start on the 21-yard line. Laverty, and he's going to give to Kamarion Jones. He cuts up the inside the hole, and he's going to gain about 7 on the play. Jones, a sophomore, really starting to come into his own. Steps in for Amarian Normant, who's no longer with the team. And Jones, bright future here at North. Good hard runner, and he's only going to get better, only being a sophomore. Laverty. Jones off to the right in the flats. Laverty looking to throw a screen pass, and it was just blown up. He had Eagles right in his face before he could even think about throwing that football. He had Kamarion Jones out in the flat, wide open, but there was so much pressure in his face, he really just couldn't get that ball off. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 4, so now we just got to figure out, Panthers need to think of getting this first down. Maybe a short hook route on the outside to Scott. Laverty in the gun. Got ISO up on the right side. Now we have a motion up there. Laverty looking to throw left side. Got a slant over the middle. That's complete to number 2. Phil Jackson with the catch. And that's going to move the sticks. So first down for the Panthers. Clock running under a minute to go in the first quarter. Panthers with the first down. Laverty looking to the sideline. 15 seconds to go on the play clock. Laverty in the backfield by himself in the gun. 5 wide receivers. No motion on this one. Laverty looking to throw some pressure. He's going to throw up the left side and just throws that one away. Just trying to get rid of it. So smart play by Laverty. You don't want to take a sack and lose yardage. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 10. Laverty in the gun. He's got Jones beside him. And the snap. He's going to give it to Kamarion Jones. And there's a hole there. He cuts back up inside. He gets up to the 35-yard line. That's going to be a gain of about, it looks like they're going to give him up to the 36. And that is going to be about a yard gain there. And that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. So at the end of the first quarter, Panthers 7, Del City nothing. And we'll go on to the second quarter. Hey, thanks for watching here on SportsZone Oklahoma on YouTube, also News9.com, the News9 app and streaming service. We're glad to have you. Always check out the chat on YouTube. We have a live chat. You can communicate with us. We'll check that chat, read some of your messages, and see what you have to say. Don't have anything else there right now. All right, we're about ready to start the second quarter here. Panthers leading 7-0. Flip the field, going the other way now. So really good game we have going on right now. It looks like it must be a media timeout because they're extending this time between the quarters. But hey, that gives us time to talk and look at the chats and See what any of you have to say. Head on over and check out that live chat on YouTube. Tell us what you think. Panthers playing pretty sound football in the first quarter. A few little mistakes. Del City trying to figure out what they want to do on offense now that they've lost their quarterback. We'll see if he comes back at some point in the game. But early on, it was obvious that he was a big part of their game plan today. So not having him and now having the sophomore step in, it definitely changes the game plan for Del City. All right, here we go to start the second quarter. 3rd and 8 for the Panthers from the 36. Tight coverage down here on the bottom, a one-on-one coverage. You might be able to get a fade route here if we can, if Flaherty sees that. And that's what he's going to do. He's looking for it, but he got a little bit of pressure. Steps up in the pocket looking to throw, and he tries to throw it away, and I think he fumbled the football. And the officials are saying an incomplete pass, but wow, that was close. It looked like he reared his hand back to throw, and the ball came out before he started making a motion forward. But they're going to give him the incomplete pass, and that's a lucky break for the Panthers. That's going to bring up a 4th and 8, and they're going to have to punt the ball away. So Panthers avoid what could have been a very, very costly mistake there. Eagles looking like they're going to bring some pressure here on the punt. They get it away. Fair catch down at the 37. So 11:41 to go in the second quarter. Eagles now get a shot. Good field position to start this possession. Just a reminder, at halftime, we will hold here and let you watch the band in action. Darla Colston says Amarian Norman will be back next week. Hey, that's great news if that's true. He's a huge part of this Panther team, and they definitely could use him. So Yates is back in the game. He's going to give it up the middle to Smith, Jason Smith. Got about 4 yards on the play. So Virgil Yates is back in the game. We'll see if they run him, how much they use him. He's just handing off again to Smith up the middle, and there's a big lane there, and he's a big, strong back. He gets up to the 45-yard line into Panther territory. Great run for the Eagles there. Again, Yates is back in the game, but so far he hasn't ran, so you got to wonder. Yates takes a snap. Going to give it to Smith again. Smith up the middle, and only going to get maybe 2-3 yards on the play. Del City moving the football. Under 11 minutes to go in the first half. Yates getting the play. Again, since he's come back in, we haven't seen him run the ball yet. Looks like he might have gotten that ankle taped up. Yates takes a snap, he's looking to throw. He is going to take off this time, cuts to the right side, cuts back up inside, and he's going to get up to the 40-yard line. So getting that ankle taped up maybe has helped him. Added some stability there. Maybe the injury is not that bad. But that's going to bring up a 3rd and 6 for the Eagles. Great defensive game so far, and just keeping the field position has been big this first half. Yates takes a snap, Yates is going to keep it right up the middle. He's going to get hit, and he's going to be, I think he's going to be a little bit short of the first down. Yeah, he's going to be about 3 yards short. It's going to bring up a 4th down, 4th and 3. We'll see if they go for this. They are, that might be just outside their kicker's range. Again, Stanley Johnson, their kicker, tremendous leg. He's a lefty, left footer. They're going to go for it. 4th and 3 here. Eagles are going to go for it. Yates calling out the play. Smith beside him in the backfield. Need 3 yards here. Maybe they're just trying to draw him off sides. And that's exactly what it looked like it was. They were trying to get the Panthers to jump. No dice. Panthers hold strong, play disciplined football. We have a timeout on the field, 8:55 to go in the first half. Panthers up 7-0. A critical 4th and 3 coming up for the Eagles.
The presence of God is here with us. It's where kids can grow and learn, where they can have fun, meet new friends, and know Jesus, where people find encouragement, connection, and hope. Where your family can flourish.
So early on in this one, we still 8:55 to go in the first half, but let's take a look next week. The Panthers are going to head over to Midwest City to take on the Bombers, while Del City takes on Deer Creek. And that will be a great District 1 matchup for 6A2, Del City and Deer Creek. But we still have a lot of football to go in this one before we get to that. So Panthers defense, I mean, it seems obvious they're going to keep the ball on the ground. I would be surprised if they try to throw the ball. So you got to be thinking fake to Smith, and Yates keeps it, or he gives it to Smith. Smith, a big, strong back. I'm guessing they're going to give it to Smith on this one. He's going to try to power forward for those 3 yards. Yates takes the snap, and he's going to get Smith blocking for him, and he's going to head up the middle, but I don't know if he got it. He looks like he's a yard short. He's going to be short on this one. So the Panthers defense hold on 4th and 3, and they're going to take over right at the 36-yard line. So great job by the Panther defense. Del City decides to go for it. They give it to Yates on that injured ankle, takes off. He had Smith blocking for him. Smith is big and powerful, but they just couldn't do it. Panther defense collapsed in on it. Great pursuit to the ball. So 8:46 to go in the first half. Laverty calling out the play. 5 wide receivers out right now. Here comes Kamarion Jones to the backfield. Laverty looking to throw. Throws up the left side. He does have a wide receiver on the sideline for about a 7-yard gain. He's going to get out of bounds there. But the officials continue to wind the clock, so. That's going to bring up a second down and about 3. So Panthers playing very good, disciplined, sound football right now. Motion in the backfield, that's Jones. Laverty gives to Jones, cuts back up inside, one man misses, but the second man gets there right on him, and he gets almost no gain. That's Kamarion Jones on the carry. And that was number 8 for Del City, Jaden Foreman on the tackle. First man missed, but Foreman didn't. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 4. 1-yard loss on the play. Clock continues to tick down. Laverty gets the low snap, throw to the left side, and that's a short throw. He had a guy, his man over there, number 2. That's Phil Jackson, had a step on his man, and Laverty just, I think the low snap is what kind of threw that whole play off, but because they threw the ball short, and that's going to bring up a 4th down, and Panthers are going to have to punt this one away. Taking the punt. Oh, kick straight, almost straight up in the air. Very short kick. Lands at the 45 and takes a Del City bounce, and it's going to be down at the 35. Really no gain on that kick. That was for 0 yards. Big, costly mistake by the Panthers right there. So 7:17 to go in the half, and Putnam City North holding on to a narrow 7-0 lead. But Del City had an excellent opportunity here to get on the board, starting at the Panther 35-yard line. That snap was slow to get back to the kicker. We had some pressure coming, and he just kind of short kicked it straight up in the air. Had about 10 yards on it, and then it just bounced and just came right back towards him. So Yates back out at quarterback. Takes a snap, going to give it up the middle for about a yard. Ethan Lawrence on the carry. So Lawrence and Smith, the two running backs, kind of alternating in and out for the Eagles. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 after no gain. Yates with Lawrence in the backfield. He's going to give to Lawrence, and Lawrence gets up the left side, finds a big hole, cuts back up inside, got a wide receiver blocking who doesn't block. He fumbles the ball. Ball is on the ground. Who's going to get on it? And it looks like the Eagles jump back on it. Wow, what a play there. He had a lane to run, nobody there, cuts back over. His wide receiver just didn't even try to block. Didn't block the guy. Defender steps up, makes the hit, puts the ball on the ground. Lucky the Eagles get it back. So it will be a 1st down, but they could have been about 10 yards further up the field if it wasn't for the fumble. So very lucky to come away with that one. So the clock is going to run here. Just over 6 minutes to go in the first half. And now it looks like we have a timeout. With 6:13 to go in the half. Eagles are driving. They're edging closer to the red zone. But right now it's been all Panthers in a close defensive game, 7-0. Checking the chat, Dale Jr. 388, let's go Panthers. And of course, Darla Colston telling us that Amari and Norman's going to be back next week. Panthers travel to Midwest City next week, so that'd be great to have him back for that. Then they're home for their last 2 games against Northwest Classen and against Stillwater. So all right, coming out of the timeout, 6:13 to go in this first half. Panthers lead 7-0, but Del City is driving. The Eagles with the ball on the Panther 25-yard line. After a wild play, they put the ball on the ground. Luckily, they get it back. They fumbled twice tonight, recovered 1, so game this close like this, you can't turn the ball over. Yates takes a snap. He's going to give to Smith. Panthers pursue great, bringing him down for about a 1-yard gain. That's going to be Panthers number 11. That is Jaleel Johnson, the Oklahoma State commit, bringing him down. It's going to bring up a 2nd 10 after the no gain. Panthers just kind of keying in on the run now. Got to think the Eagles are going to have to put the ball in the air to keep them honest at some point here. And off to the right side is Yates, cuts back up inside, does find a hole, finds a couple of Panthers and bring him down at about the 13-yard line. Good run by Yates, cutting it back up inside. We got a Panther down, injured. Don't see the number yet. He's trying to get up. Looks like number 8, Demarion Mason, senior outside linebacker. That's going to stop the clock. Officials wind the clock. New set of downs for the Eagles, 1st and 10. They can still get a first down. They get inside to 3. Yates with that great run. Yates with Smith in the backfield. Yates going to give it to Smith up the middle, cuts back up inside. There is a hole there, and it's going to be brought down at about the 7. Just big, tough yards right there, pounding away. Eagles in no hurry, plenty of time. Clock is running. Take as much time off the clock as you can. You don't want to give the Panthers more time. Yates takes a snap. He's going to give it to Smith again. He cuts back up the left side, going to be brought down at about the 4. That's going to be close to a first down. Not quite. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 1 for the Eagles. Got to expect they're just going to keep it on the ground here. Two backs in the backfield, and Yates just going to keep it, but he's met immediately in the backfield. The Panthers, they just absolutely blow that play up. And he's going to lose yardage on that game. That's going to bring up a 4th down for the Eagles. They got a decision to make here. Are they going to go for the first down? It's going to bring up a 4th and 3. Or do they bring out their all-star kicker and just get the 3 points? Tough decision here for the coaching staff over there at Del City. And it looks like they're going for it on 4th and 3. They got 3 wide receivers out, but I bet they're going to run the ball here. They're going to try to draw them off sides, and that's exactly what they were trying to do. And Del City's going to take a timeout with 3:25 to go in the first half, and I would bet they're going to take the 3 points here. Close game like this, points hard to come by. I don't think you pass up the chance for 3. So North leads 7-0 here with 3:25 to go in the first half. Eagles facing a 4th and 3 from the 6. And if you're over there with the Panthers right now, you got to expect run. They haven't really thrown the ball today, haven't been able to throw the ball. I doubt they would do it now on 4th and 3. So you just got to fill those lanes, pursue the ball, and you got to wrap it and you got to tackle. If they give it to Smith, he's tough, he keeps those legs moving, he's hard to bring down. You need a couple of guys on him, you need to key in on him. And you really need a linebacker or so spying on the Yates to keep him honest. I would expect the Panthers are going to sell out with the blitz here on this 4th and 3. Great game here so far tonight. So here we go. Eagles are on the field. Panthers are coming out of the timeout. We're going to see what happens here. Critical 4th and 3 for the Eagles. Down 7-0 with 3:25 to go in the first half. You really need some momentum here. You need to put some points on the board, and they are going to go for it. 2 receivers out here on the left side, 1 receiver on the right. If they are going to throw that ISO up on the right side, you could throw to the corner of the end zone. You got a man-on-man up there. But I would suspect they're going to run it here. Probably going to give it to Smith. Maybe off tackle. I know he's lined up on that left side. Maybe he cuts back and they try to run a trap off the right side. Looks like there might be it might be soft on that side of the defense for the Panthers. And here we go. And no, Smith is going to keep it, and he's going to be brought down. I don't think he got it. That's close. I think the Panthers stop. Panthers get a stop. There's no first down there. Panthers will take it over with the ball. 3:18 to go in the first half on the 6. So Del City decides to try to go for it instead of putting points on the board, and the Panthers come up with a huge stop on 4th and 3. Panthers back out on the field here, 3:18 to go. Now they're deep in their own territory, so no mistakes here. They really got to take care of the football. And if you're the Eagles, you got to fly to the football. You don't want to give up any yards here. You don't want to make any crucial mistakes at this point in the game. Still a lot of time left with 3:18 to go. Panthers able to move the football quickly at times when they need to. Laverty standing in his own end zone to take this snap. Jones back there with him, going to take it, looking to throw. He has Hayden Thornton out on the right side in the flats, and Horton is going to get up to about the 18-yard line. So interesting play call there with deep in your own end zone. Panthers decide to throw the ball. Hayden Thornton coming out of the game, looks like he's banged up a little bit, and he's going to be replaced by number 3, Trell Churchwell. So Trell Churchwell comes into the game. And we have a timeout. So timeout on the field with 3:06 to go in the half. Panthers first down on that play, so they got some breathing room here. Laverty, great job getting rid of that football with a defender in his face. Finds Hayden Thornton out in the flats of the out route. Want to take the time to thank everybody who's watching us on SportsZone Oklahoma YouTube channel on YouTube. Also, thank you for everybody watching at news9.com, on the News 9 app, and the News 9 streaming service. Glad to have you along for the game. Interesting, great game right here in this one. Panthers up 7-0. Clock ticking down to end this first half. Panthers hold on a 4th and 3. Del City inside the 10. And Panthers get the big stop, come out and get a first down, and that's where we sit right now with 3:06 to go. Laverty and Jones in the backfield. Kamarion Jones, excellent job tonight so far. Laverty, great job getting rid of the ball. Laverty looking to throw, looking to hit Kamarion Jones out in the flat, and there's nobody out there, and he's past the 20 up to about the 25, 26-yard line. Great job. Kamarion Jones releases out of the backfield, and Carson Laverty finds him. Had a defender in his face, but able to get that ball away. About a 7-yard gain, 8-yard gain. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 2 for the Panthers. And I think that Coach Laverty's okay with this clock continuing to run down. Laverty in the backfield. Kamarion Jones motions out. Laverty steps up in the pocket. He's got some room to run. He had a nice little block there. He's up past the 40, past to the 45-yard line, hit out of bounds, and there's a flag. That's going to be a late hit out of bounds on Carson Laverty, and that's going to move the ball even more for the Panthers. So Laverty takes off, looking to throw, finds an opening, gets up upfield. Had a great block by number 2, Phil Jackson out there, the wide receiver, to spring him, to get him about 7-8 more yards, and tackling 15 for the late hit out of bounds. And all of a sudden, with 2:21 to go in the first half, Panthers are now in Eagle territory, and they're going to want to put some points on the board here. So mistakes, costly mistakes by the Eagles have really hampered them in this game, and Panthers so far are able to take advantage of it. Laverty calling out the play. Fresh set of downs here. Jones motions. Laverty looks to throw, pressure in his face, finds Jackson out on the outside, and he's going to be pulled down for no gain there. So clock will continue to run there after the no gain. Looked like a Eagle defender just come free at Laverty, and Laverty able to get that ball away. Gets it out to Jackson out there on the sideline, but no gain for the Panthers. It's going to bring up a 2nd 10, ball on the 37. Clock continues to tick. We're under 2 minutes. Laverty and Jones in the backfield. Laverty, low snap, looking to throw, stepping up, does make the throw, has a receiver out there on the sideline. Great catch right at the sticks, and that's Jackson with the catch. Are they going to give him the first down? It's right at the sticks. And looks like they're going to spot him a little short on the play, so it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Laverty looking to throw again. Wide receiver up the left side. He overthrows his man. That was Jackson. Jackson on that little skinny post, but Laverty overthrew him. That's going to bring up a 4th and 1 for the Panthers, so they got to get this first down. A minute and 11 to go in the first half. 4th and 1 for the Panthers at the 28. And we have a personal foul on the Eagles, so that's going to be 15 more yards tacked on. That's going to give the Panthers a first down. So Del City just shooting themselves in the foot with penalties and turnovers. You got to think coaches are going to have to address that at halftime. So the ball is going to be placed at the 16-yard line. That's going to be a first down for the Panthers. Laverty in the gun. And he takes a snap. Jones releases the left side, and he's looking. He's going to be caught in the backfield, and he's going to be brought down at about the 23-yard line for the sack. So a rare but costly mistake tonight for Laverty taking the sack. You really can't afford to do that. Clock continues to run. You're down here, less than a minute to go before half. You just can't afford to take that sack. You got to get rid of that ball and throw it away. Laverty in the gun, facing a 2nd and 23 now. Looking to throw up the right side, and he's got a wide receiver. That's Reese Moffitt. And no signal yet. And that's going to be knocked away. And that's actually, that's picked off by number 3 for Del City, Jalen Sweet. So that's turnover for the Panthers. So incredible play, unfortunately outside the view of our cameras in the corner of the end zone. So Eagles are going to get the ball 1st and 10 at the 20 after the interception in the end zone. 34 seconds to go in the first half. See what Del City does these last 34 seconds. He's looking to throw. Yates steps up, got a hole, getting away. He put the ball on the ground again, and Panthers recover. Panthers with the ball at the 30. Yates fumbles again. He's just unable to hang on the ball tonight. So 26 seconds to go in the first half. After the Eagles just get an interception in the end zone, they turn the ball over again. And now the Panthers, they're going to have 26 seconds to try to put this ball in the end zone or at least get a field goal out of this. Panthers, the board's showing they do have 1 timeout left. Just an excellent game here tonight. Interesting game. Laverty's going to take the snap and look to throw. Looking up the right side again. He's got Reese Moffitt, but he throws it short. And it's picked off again. So another interception for Laverty late in this first half, and that is going to be number 4. Braylon Adamada with the interception for Del City. And Reese Moffitt had a step on his man, but Laverty just threw it short. And the Eagles get another turnover. So sloppy football late in this first half. We got 18 seconds to go in this first half. And I think at this point, if you're the Eagles, you just take a knee. You're done. You're down here on your 3. Yates has turned the ball over, been unable to hold on the football. I think at this point, you just take a knee. You go into halftime, it's down 7-0, and you come out for the second half. And you just try to regroup here. Yates is going to give it to Smith up the middle, up to the 5. And they don't have any timeouts left, so that should be the last play of the first half. And that will be it. So clock ticks down at the end of the first half. Putnam City North Panthers 7, Del City Eagles 0. You're watching SportsZone Oklahoma on YouTube. You're watching News9.com, the News9 app, the News9 streaming app. And it's been a great first half here. Turnovers late in that first half. 2 interceptions by the Panthers late. Fumble by the Eagles. And that's where we sit, 7-7. So stay tuned. The band is coming up next.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the Putnam City North Marching Band. Tonight, the band will present a special light show rendition of their 2021 show, Rethink. The band is under the direction of Joseph Craven, Lily Fuentes, and Kyle Myers. Additional staff includes Aaliyah Merritt, Keegan Lambert, and Zach Kimber, Michael Hill, and Robert Alexander. Soloists for tonight's light show performance include Denisha Mitchell on flute, Colin Burdick on tenor saxophone, as well as Maya Odetala on Brooke Plant on mellophone. The band is led by drum majors Amari Sengo and Denisha Mitchell. And now, performing their 2021 light show in darkness, the Putnam City North Marching Band.
So if you are watching our stream right now, just to give you an update, yes, they turned the lights off. The band has glow sticks and glow in the dark kind of thing. Unfortunately, our camera can't pick it up that well, so power has not gone out here. It's just a halftime performance by the band. It looks really good in person. Unfortunately, our cameras just don't pick it up that well, but hope you enjoy the show. All right, back here with you at Putnam City North High School. Lights are out because the band performed at halftime, and we don't have any lights back on just yet. 4 minutes to go here in the half. Panthers up 7-0. Pretty interesting first half. A lot of defense. The Panthers start off strong, and they're able to flip the field and pin the Eagles down on their 1 yard line for the Eagles' first possession. They just had to run the ball a couple times, get it away from their end zone, and then a short punt that gives Panthers a short field. Eventually, Cameron Jones eventually punches the ball in. That's the only score of the game. North leading 7-0. Late in the game there, we had costly turnovers from both teams down there trying to get the ball in the end zone. The Panthers, Carson Laverty throws a pick in the corner of the end zone. Very next play, Yates, the quarterback for Del City, puts the ball on the ground. Panthers recover, and then the next play, Carson Laverty throws the ball over the middle. Reese Moffett had to step on his man, but the ball was underthrown, and Del City comes up with another interception, and they take a knee to end the half, and that brought us to our current score of 7-0. Second half, you got to figure that the Eagle coaches are telling their players, guys, we got to protect the football. We can't put the ball on the ground. For the Panthers, they need to do a lot of what they've been doing, especially on defense, flying to the football, keeping the ball out, keeping contained for Yates and Smith, the running back, and just trying to do more of the same. Don't give up the big play, because that's what it looks like Del City's kind of waiting on. They get some yardage here. They get stopped for one yard gain. They break off a 7-yard play, 8-yard play, and you just feel like they're just waiting for that moment when they hit that hole and they break off that 40-yard plus run. They did have one run down there that we thought was going to be it, and then Panther defender steps up from the secondary, makes a play. Eagles fumble the football, and Panthers able to get on it and stop that drive. But that was the one big play we saw that the Eagles had. But again, turnovers, and you just can't have that right now in a game like this. So we'll have to see if they can clean it up here in the second half. Have about 2 minutes left here. Teams are coming out. We still don't have the lights on yet. Hopefully we're going to get those back on soon. That's always the risk when you turn the lights off at halftime, is they might not come back. So we're still sitting here in the dark waiting. Hopefully these lights power back on. I see a couple of them popping back on. So this halftime is probably going to be extended just a little bit longer while we wait for these lights to come back on. So we'll hang it right here. Great job by the band at halftime. They had all the glow sticks and everything and looked pretty good. It's kind of hard to see online, but great job by the Putnam City North band. Officials there at the 50-yard line. They're also kind of waiting for these lights to come back on. Panthers got the ball to start the first half, so Del City will get the ball to start this second half. They did win the coin toss and elected to defer, so they'll get the ball first. Clock continuing to tick down. They're probably going to add another 5 minutes to the clock after it runs down to 0. Both teams are just now starting to warm up. So yeah, fun game. Should be a fun second half here.
The official sports medicine provider for Putnam City Athletics, Mercy helps athletes of all ages get the most out of their game. Check out mercy.net/PC to see how we can keep you playing your hardest. At Mercy, your life is our life's work.
Hello, sweet babies. Welcome to your new home. You have changed our life And because of you, 2021 is the best year ever. Mercy has helped moms deliver babies for nearly 200 years. To find out how to welcome your baby at Mercy, visit mercy.net/OklahomaBaby.
So the lights finally coming back on here at Panther Stadium. 2 minutes on the clock was added, so we're just waiting for the countdown to start this second half. I want to thank you for watching on SportsZone Oklahoma on YouTube, also News 9, the News 9 app, and News 9 streaming app. Hope you have enjoyed the game. One more half left here. Great game, 7-0 Panthers leading.
University offers master's and doctoral level degrees in education, taking place completely online or one night a week at one of our many Oklahoma locations. Experience quality coursework designed by educators for educators. Take one class at a time so you can focus on what's important to you. Visit snu.edu or call 888-SNU-GRAD to learn more.
SNU sets the standard for innovative servant leadership. Students from every discipline are exposed to leadership opportunities where they can thrive. In more than 45 majors, students experience true integration of faith and learning, rising to be leaders in their field. SNU is the place for educators to take the next step and earn a master's and doctorate in education and leadership, with over 400 ed leadership graduates serving across Oklahoma. If you're starting as a freshman or earning a master's or doctorate, SNU is the place for you.
The presence of God is irresistible. It's where kids can grow and develop, where they can have fun.
All right, we've got both teams heading to the sidelines, so we are ready to start this third quarter. The Del City Eagles will get the football to start the second half, trailing 7-0. Great defensive game in this first half. Battle of field position and battle of turnovers. So, and as of right now, Putnam City North has just made fewer mistakes than Del City, and that is why we sit at a 7-0 Panther lead.
The presence of God is
Respect for the
irresistible.
opponent, spectators, coaches, and officials are necessary at all levels of athletics and activity programs. At today's game, everyone's behavior should be characterized by generosity and genuine concern for others. Display good sportsmanship.
All right, so here we go. We're ready to start this second half.
Do the right thing.
Half times can feel like an eternity sometimes. We are ready to get this one started. Ethan Lawrence back to receive for the Eagles. And we are ready to kick here. Ball is away, second half. And Lawrence will be the return man on this one, and he finds up the left side, has a little bit of a room, and he's going to be brought down at about the 25. The way he was brought down there, I wondered if it might have been a face mask there, but I don't see any flags on the field. So Del City Eagles start the ball 1st and 10 at around the 20, looks like the 27-yard line. They will get the first shot to put some points on the board here in the second half. And it looks like Lawrence will start at running back in the backfield with Virgil Yates, the quarterback. So Yates looking to get the snap. Snaps away, he's going to give it to Lawrence. Lawrence nowhere to go, going to be brought down for about a 2-yard loss, maybe a 1-yard loss there. So Eagles come out running as they've been doing the entire game, and there's just nowhere to go for Lawrence. Going to bring up a second. They're going to say second 10, no gain. Looked like he lost a yard, but they're going to say no gain here. So second 10 for the Eagles. Ball on the 27-yard line. Lawrence in the backfield with Yates. Yates takes the snap, looking to throw this time, bounces out the left side, rolling out, throws over the middle, and there's just nobody there. No receiver anywhere with where that ball fell. The closest receiver there was number 7, that's Yates, but he wasn't anywhere close. Looked like he was running a deep post over there, and Smith was forced out of the pocket, scrambled to his left side, had to get rid of the ball and just nowhere to go with it. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 10 from the 27. And Smith is looking to throw again, steps up in the pocket, and he's going to be immediately pulled down from behind by number 53, Octavius Tolliver Flint. Catches him from behind. He'll gain 2 yards on the play, brings up a 4th and 8. Obvious punting situation for the Eagles, so Eagles unable to do anything with the ball to start this second half. They're going to have to kick it to the Panthers. And Panthers are going to have great field position here unless they just get an amazing bounce. Short, high kick to the left side. They need to get away from it. Takes a great Eagle bounce all the way down to the 32-yard line. So 10:24 to go in the 3rd quarter. Panthers are going to take over with good field position here. The important thing for the Panthers right now, up 7-0, is do not turn the ball over. Take care of the football. No huge losses. Laverty, if he gets in trouble, has to be able to get the ball away, throw it out of bounds. Don't make a mistake here. Got 3 wide receivers down low. 2 receivers up top, but usually in this formation they motion it back into the backfield, and it ends up being an ace formation. That's what they do. Jones motions to the backfield. He's as an extra blocker, or they're going to give it to him. And they are going to give it to him right up the middle. Big gaping hole for Kamarian Jones up to the 42-yard line. That's going to be a gain of about 10, and it will be a 1st down. They're stopping the clock to move the chains. Great job there. Jones motions into the backfield, leaving him in that ace formation. He just gives it to him up the middle and able to gash him. Eagles only 3 down linemen in their defense. They do have these outside linebackers they're walking up, but only 3 down linemen for the Eagles. Laverty in the backfield by himself. Jones motions back. That's what we've been seeing today. He's going to give it to Jones up the middle again. Wide open hole all the way up to about the 46-yard line. They're now in Eagle territory. Great run by Kamarian Jones. So Panthers come out running right up the middle, and they're gashing that Eagle defense for big yardage early. We'll have to see how Del City responds to this. Are they going to bring some more pressure? Are they going to walk a couple more guys up? Right now, 3 down linemen, same formation. Got a linebacker walking up. Jones motions to the left side. Laverty looking to throw, looking to hit Jones out in the flat. Jones cuts back up inside, makes a man miss past the 40 into about the 36-yard line. Great job, Carson Laverty to Kamarian Jones. Jones really kind of the star for this game for the Panthers. Had a great game so far. Good job by Laverty finding him out there on the flat. He just released. And Del City really didn't have anybody to pick him up. Good blocking on the outside too by the Panther wide receivers. 1st and 10 for the Panthers at the 36. Laverty looking to throw, swing pass out to the outside, makes a man miss up to about the 32-yard line. And that is a new back end for the Panthers. That's number 27, Cameron Oliver. He's a freshman. So freshman getting some playing time here in this second half with the Panthers up 7-0. Laverty takes a snap, looking to throw again. Oliver in the protection, looking deep. And there's pass interference right there. That's going to be pass interference on Del City. Can't get the number yet. Looks like number 7. That's number 1. Kenajal Thomas. He's a junior cornerback, and they're gonna nail him for a pass interference there. There was a lot of contact down there. So that'll give the Panthers an automatic first down on the penalty, on the 15-yard pass interference penalty. They are now going to have the ball at about the 18-yard line with a first and 10, so they still can get another first down here. 3 receivers down low, Jones in the middle. I'd expect him to motion in the backfield with Laverty. And he does, he motions in the back. Laverty with the snap, looking to throw again. Good protection, pass out to the left side, and it just dropped. He had the wide receiver out there. That was number 2, that's Phil Jackson. Jackson had it, and I'll tell you what, if he had been able to hold on to that football, he might have been in the end zone, because there was some yardage between him and the defender, and he might have been able to make a miss and got in the end zone. But as it stands, it's an incomplete pass. 8:03 to go in the third quarter. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Panthers. Laverty calling out the play. Jones in the backfield, and there's going to be a false start penalty on the Panthers. See how the officials called this. Looked to me like the Panthers jumped. They're calling it on the defense. So offsides on Del City. Another crucial mistake. Second 5 for the Panthers. Laverty rolls out right, looking to throw, spins back inside, little Xbox PlayStation move there, but he's brought down by number 11. That's Aaron Carter, sophomore, bringing down Laverty. Laverty was looking to get some yards there and did the spin move, but couldn't get away. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 10 after the 5-yard loss. Panthers come out, 5 wide receiver set. Laverty takes the snap, looking to throw, looking up the right side, nobody there. He's got pressure. It's going to be drugged down from behind after he gets to the original line of scrimmage. So he's going to get 5 yards there, but that's going to bring up a 4th down on the 18. Laverty unable to get away there. Fourth down, they're going to try to kick a field goal here. So lining up for the kick here. Kick is up, flat, low kick, hits the upright, and is no good. Wow, so let's see a replay on that one. Ball is up, short kick, and just doinks the upright. So the extra point, or the field goal, I'm sorry, no good for the Panthers. And with 6:34 to go in the third quarter, Del City will get the ball back down 7-0. Just really unfortunate that the Panthers couldn't come away with points there. And we're holding right here.
Anyone can deliver pizza. Only Margaret's can deliver America's most loved pizza. Hot and fresh and right to your door. Every day at Margaret's, get 2 medium one-top pizzas for just $6.99 each.
So we got a timeout on the field with 6:34 to go in the third quarter. Panthers up 7-0. Let's go over and check the chat. Nobody's chatting today. Get on that YouTube chat, SportsZone Oklahoma on YouTube. Let's hear from you guys. See what you have to say about this game. Thank you to those of you watching on News 9, news9.com, and the News 9 app. Glad to have you along for this great 6A 2 District 1 matchup. Of course, next week, the Putnam City Panthers head to Midwest City, and Dell City will take on Deer Creek. So 2 great games coming up next week for both these teams. So Dell City takes over on the 20 after the missed field goal. And let's see if they can get anything going on offense here. Snap. Going to give up the left side, and he breaks away, cuts back up inside, and he's got that. This is the big play. Up the left side, past the 50, the 45, the 40, to the 38-yard line. So big play for the Eagles. Number 7, Ethan Lawrence with the run. That's what we talked about at halftime. You just thought the Eagles were waiting for this big play. And it's all coming back. Another mistake. Holding on the Eagles. Big play negated. So it's coming back. 6:22 to go in the third. All right, so snap, going to give to again, but this time the Panthers are right there, maybe a yard, just nothing there. That's Lawrence again on the run. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 from the 38. Virgil Yates in the backfield, the quarterback. He's got Lawrence beside him. Snap, looking to throw. Nowhere to go, got some pressure, and he's just going to be brought down. And that's going to be a loss back to the 35-yard line. So Virgil Yates looking to throw and just nowhere to go with the football. Panthers all over him, collapsing that pocket, not letting him get to the outside. Great contain there by the Panthers. Ticking down to 5 minutes to go in this third quarter. One thing about having a running offense like this is if you're not going to run a hurry-up offense, that clock really starts ticking away. And when you're trailing, trying to catch up, the clock's not your friend when all you're doing is running the ball. So, and the Panthers up tight coverage on the wide receivers. Yates is looking to throw again. He's going to step up in the pocket to run. He had a quarterback spy. He gets away from that linebacker, and he is brought down. That's going to be close to the 45-yard line. And that's going to bring up a 4th and 4, and the Eagles are going to be forced to punt here. Clock continues to roll. And right now the clock is the Panthers' friend. They just want to keep that clock rolling. Eagles have not done a very good job punting the ball today. Short punts, straight up in the air. Their punter likes to roll out to the left before he kicks the ball. He does the same thing again. A little quick kick. This is a much better punt down the field. And it's going to get a good Eagle bounce all the way down to, looks like about the 10. It's going to roll down to the 7-yard line where it's going to be down. So the Panthers are going to take over at their own 7-yard line, up 7-0 with 3:56 to go in the third quarter. There's a timeout on the field. Timeout on the field, so we'll just take a little break here. Let's check the YouTube chat, and still not much going on there.
As the official sports medicine provider,
Number 2, running the ball hard. Yep, absolutely.
Mercy helps athletes of all ages get the most out of their game. Check out mercy.net/PC to see how.
So clock continuing to tick away. We're almost to the fourth quarter. Panthers with the ball. So Dell City really needs to get this ball back. And I really feel like they don't have a passing game up to this point, and I think it's really hurting them. And you know, you can get away with just running the ball and having that type of an offense, but at some point you're going to run up against a defense that's able to stop you. And if you can't put the ball in the air, you're very limited with your options. Del City, a great team, 5-1 on the year, but right now in a hole to these Panthers. Putnam City North sitting there at 3-3, looking to improve to a winning record with a win here tonight and to improve to 2-2 in district play. And we're starting to get to the point in the game where you just you see who's the better conditioned team and who really wants it more. So here they go, 3:56 to go in the third. Both teams coming back out here. We're going to see what happens. Panthers deep, can't afford a turnover or a really bad penalty in this part of the field. 5 wide receivers, but we're probably going to get a motion in the backfield by the running back. Laverty has rarely taken a snap tonight with nobody in the backfield for extra protection. Let's see what they do here. Laverty is ready. Ready to take the snap. Still looking the sideline, maybe changing up the play. Looks like he's ready to take the snap now. Does take the snap. Quick throw out to the right side. Bubble screen for the wide receiver out on the right side. Past the 10, past the 15, up to the 17-yard line. And that will be number 4. Braylon, wrong roster, my apologies. Cameron Scott on the catch. Clock continues to run. So Scott with a great catch out there. Just a great play call there with that bubble screen. Eagles playing off the ball there. Laverty ready to take the snap. Panthers moving the football. Laverty looking to throw again, looking to the left side, nothing there. Steps up in the pocket. He's going to run, and he's going to slide down at 25-yard line. Great job by Laverty. The pocket collapsed. He didn't have anything there. He looked like he made 2, maybe 3 reads and then took off with the ball. Gets up there to the 25-yard line. That's going to bring up a second, about 4. So Panthers slowly moving the ball right now. They took over on their own 7, all the way up. They're already up to the 25, facing a second 4 from the 24-yard line. 3 wide receivers. Jones motions to the backfield for extra protection. Might be giving it to him here. And we've got flags for a false start. So back them up 5 yards here. These are the type of penalties you really can't afford to have right now. You've got to be set before the snap. Can't really afford to have these kind of mental mistakes when you're facing a second 4. Now it's second 9. Eagles looking like bringing a blitz. Laverty gets caught from behind. He didn't see him coming. And he's going to be sacked by number 11. Aaron Carter, a sophomore, brings down Laverty. Laverty was looking to throw, and he just got caught from behind. Didn't even see the defender coming. The Eagles that time walking up linebackers, looking like they were bringing an all-out blitz. They've only been playing with 3 down linemen on defense, but they've been walking those linebackers up, and they make a great play there. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 13 for the Panthers. Laverty's going to have to throw on this one. 3 guys coming. 1 guy gets away, breaks over the middle, and has a wide receiver, Reese Moffitt. Moffitt's going to be down at about the 18, well short of the first down here. So Panthers are going to have to punt. And just like we mentioned earlier for Del City, this is a situation where you can't afford one of those short punts straight up in the air or shank punts. Really needs to get this one off. Needs to get a good kick here. Now, one of the things we've been noticing is the snap has been slow to get back to the punter, and that's given the defenders time to get there. So that's a little bit better. Low snap, got to get it away. Had pressure in his face, but he does get the punt away. Short kick, but it gets a great Panther bounce, and it's going to bounce up to the 45-yard line, and it will be down there. So the Eagles are going to take over in Panther territory, down 7-0. 1:15 left in the third quarter here. And I really think this game's been a little bit of a surprise, really. A great defensive game here. Was expecting a lot more offensive explosion out of Del City coming into tonight, but the Panthers have just done a great job up front of filling those lanes and keeping contained. And the one really Del City's had 2 big plays. One got called back for a holding. The second one, the running back fumbles the football 10 yards back, and they lose yardage on that. So here we go. Scott looking to throw out to the left side, a bubble screen. Panthers are pursuing, but there was a couple missed tackles there. So going to get about 4 yards on that. So Yates found the receiver out there in the flat. Hasn't really been able to throw the ball down the field, so that might be these bubble screens, finding him back in the flat. That might be what he has to go to here. They've kind of gotten away from running the ball. Ethan Lawrence is the running back in the backfield for the Eagles. Clock is ticking down. Yates is going to keep it, try to go up the right side. Missed tackle there, cuts back up inside. And big gain up to the 25-yard line. Panthers had a guy there, but he couldn't make the arm tackle. Yates just gets away. You know, early on in the game, he hurt that ankle. It looked like an ankle injury. He's got it taped up pretty good right now, and he was hobbling until then. It looks like he might be still in a little bit of pain there. And we've got another penalty on the Eagles, so another big run negated by a penalty, and the Eagles just shooting themselves in the foot here. So that will bring the ball back. That's going to bring the ball back to the 46, and that will bring up a 2nd and 11 for Del City. So 3 big plays by the Eagles today, all of them brought back basically. Yates gives straight up the middle. That's a big gain straight up the middle to the 30-yard line for a first down. Again, another number 7, Ethan Lawrence on the carry. And that is going to, are they going to snap it? They don't have to snap it, but they do. Give it to Lawrence again, and he slips when he tries to cut back up inside, so he'll get about 1 yard on the carry. Bring up a 2nd and 9 when we start the 4th quarter. But here at the end of the 3rd quarter, Panthers holding on to a narrow lead, 7-0, but the Eagles are driving.
And that's the end of the 3rd quarter.
4th quarter coming up in this narrow, tight ball game.
7-0. Working up an appetite? Take the team to Sonic after today's game. From legendary hot dogs to classic shakes to refreshing drinks, Sonic has enough options to satisfy even the hungriest of athletes and spectators. We'll see you at the drive-in.
So we're going to flip the field here for this last quarter of play. Been a great game so far. Great night for high school football. Perfect temperature. Expecting some storms to blow into the metro later this evening, or later tonight. They were forecasting that around 11 o'clock tonight. Right now, it looks like clear skies, no wind. Looks great, but we got 1 quarter to go here. We're about to hit 9 o'clock Central Time here in Oklahoma City. So we should be well in the clear here unless we end up in a really long extended overtime, but 7-0 anybody's game right now. Fatigue is going to play a factor here in the 4th quarter. It always is. Who's the better conditioned team? You know, the Panthers have done a great job containing the Eagles, and now as you get tired in this 4th quarter, this is where you really need to concentrate. You need to keep your focus, keep your discipline, stay in your lines and your gaps, and don't give up that big play. And I guarantee over there the Eagles coaches are telling their players, hey, just keep pounding away, keep pounding away. They're going to give up the big play. We're only down 1. We just need that big play. Unfortunately for the Eagles, every big play, there's been a mistake during that. So ready to start this 4th quarter right now. Panthers up 7-0. Ethan Lawrence in the backfield with Yates. Not sure what has happened to Jason Smith, number 40. He was their big running back who'd been getting a lot of yardage, been doing really well. Haven't seen him lately. Not sure if he's got an injury or something's going on with him. But Ethan Matthews is now in the backfield. Snap. Smith looking to keep it up the left side, gets away from one tackler there, cuts inside, got some speed, and he is in the end zone for the touchdown. So the Eagles get on the board with the touchdown. Virgil Yates, quarterback, keeps it up inside, gets away from that arm tackle, and is able to get it in the end zone for the touchdown. Extra point coming to try to tie this game up with 11:49 to go in the game. This game just got really interesting. High snap, kick is up, and it's good. We're tied up at 7. 7-7 tie game, 11:49 to go in the fourth quarter. Hey, let's take a look at that replay. I know it was kind of out of our camera range, but Smith just finds the left side, cuts back up inside, gets a great block, and it gets into the end zone for the touchdown. And that's how we are tied up here at 7 at Putnam City North High School. So now the Panthers, they've got to find a way to move the ball. Now remember, the Panthers missed a field goal in that first half that doinked off the upright. This could be a 10-7 game. They just barely missed that. So how big will that come into play later in this game? Right now they got to get a good return here, and they got to get some first downs and move the football and try to get another one on the scoreboard. So good job there by the Eagles, by Del City, getting on the scoreboard, and that finally have a big play that isn't brought back by a fumble or a penalty. So they will kick off to the Panthers. And not sure what the holdup was there, but we are ready to get back to action here. Stanley Johnson kicking off, the left-footed kicker for Del City. We got the whistle. And kick is away. That's going to be possibly a touchback. It is. So no return. So Panthers are going to take over at the 20. Of course, the Panthers coming off that close loss last week down at Lawton, losing 33-28 in a game I think they were really expected to win. So a little bit of a shocker with that one. They come in here tonight, Del City just playing incredible, sitting there at 5-1, 3-0 in district play, and just looked like it was going to be a really tough one for the Panthers. But they've really hung in there tonight, playing sound football, disciplined football, leading all the way up to right now. Now we got a tie game. So Panthers, here we go. Laverty ready to take this snap. Jones motions to the backfield. Going to give it to Jones up the middle. There's a hole there. He gets away from one tackler, and he's going to gain about 5 on the play. Great run by Kamarion Jones. And right now, the big thing for the Panthers, no mistakes. They just can't afford a sack. Of course, can't afford a turnover. Just need to plug away at this, 3 to 4 yards per game, or per play. Low snap, tries to give it to Kamarion Jones, but I think Laverty's knee was on the ground before he handed it off, and I think he's going to be down. Yeah, that's what they're saying. He took the low snap, and his knee was on the ground, so he's immediately down at that point. So they're going to lose yards there. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 9 for the Panthers. Just one of those mistakes you can't have right there. It looked like Jones was going to pop out of there and at least have the first down. Now you're looking at 3rd and 9. Laverty looking outside to Reese Moffitt. Moffitt up inside to about the 32-yard line. And that will get the Panthers a first down. Officials are motioning the chains to move, so fresh set of downs for the Panthers. They do pick up that first down. Marion Jones, great job tonight by him, having an excellent game. Reese Moffitt now starting to get into the game. He's an excellent wide receiver. Laverty need to try to get the ball to him more. Jones is going to take it up the left side. Good block there, up to about the 39-yard line. Great run by Kamarion Jones. And that's really what the Panthers need. You need 4 or 5 yards per play. You don't need a huge play. You just need to plug away at it. Move the ball, drive down the field, eat up the clock, and try to put one in the end zone here. Del City, you know, they got to find an answer for this. They got to slow down the Panthers here. Laverty looking the sideline. Maybe changing the play. Looks like they brought an extra tight end here for blocking. Going to give it to Jones again. Break, and it looked like he cut right into the defender, but he's got guys carrying with him. He goes past the 45 to the 46. That's going to be a first down for the Panthers. Just plugging away at it. Kamarion Jones, excellent running. Panthers moving the football. And the good thing about this is you know, they're getting the yardage here, and if they do come up short and have to kick, they're going to flip the field for field position. But that's not what they're thinking right now. They're really thinking about getting this ball down there and getting some points on the board. Going to give it to Jones again. He's got that extra blocker. He's going to get up to near the 50, but he's not going to be there. Looks like he's at the 46. They are going to spot it right at the 50. So we have a timeout on the field here. Del City coach isn't happy about something. He's out there talking to the official. And I'm not sure what happened here. Was there a penalty? They're backing the Panthers up. That's a 15-yard penalty on the Panthers. I didn't catch what that was, but that's backing them up. 1st and 21 now for the Panthers, so they're going in the wrong direction. Laverty looking to throw, steps up. He's going to get caught from behind, and he's going to go down for a loss on the play. That is not what you want to have if you are Panthers right now. You just can't afford plays like that. You can't afford the mistakes. You can't afford your quarterback taking a sack in the backfield, backing up the chains. And now it's, you know, country mile for a first down here. They got to get all the way up to the Del City 44-yard line for a first down. 2nd 26 coming up for the Panthers here. Got to get a good chunk of it here. They're going to give it to Kamarion Jones off the left side, and he is going to cut back up inside, has some room to run past the 40-yard line. Going to be out at about the 42. So he gets a good chunk of it back, but that's still going to be really long for a first down here for the Panthers. So a penalty and a sack really killing the momentum right now. Laverty takes a snap, looking to throw. He's got a receiver over the middle, but he's going to try to, he throws it short. And that, Kamarion Scott on the catch, but he had a receiver over the middle deep on a post route. He just didn't see him, so he checks it down to Scott. And that is going to bring up a 4th down, and the Panthers are going to have to punt. Crucial, crucial fourth down here. Got to get this punt away. Need to flip the field position here. Slow snap. A lot of pressure. They come after him. He gets the punt away, and he gets a great bounce, but the receiver's going to pick it up off the bounce. Going to be drugged down from behind, so he's not going to get away. Going to be brought down at about the 26-yard line, so not quite as far as they had hoped to get the ball down there, but nonetheless, great job by the coverage team getting down there and making a tackle, not letting him get away. 6:59 to go in this game. We're tied up. Crucial possession here for both teams. Crucial possession. For Del City, the way the clock runs, and they're just not in a hurry. You know, if they don't get points on the board, you know, the way the clock's been running, this could be their last possession. Going to give the ball up the middle, and there's a gap there, big gap for Matthews. He's got it run. He's going past the 50, the 45, the 40, the 30. He's going to be brought down at the 28-yard line. Huge run by number 7, Ethan Lawrence. Big gap opening up there in that defensive line for Putnam City North. And this is what we're talking about when you're tired. In the fourth quarter, you can't have these mental mistakes. Panthers need to close down those lanes. Lawrence in the backfield again. Probably going to give it to him again. They give it to Lawrence over the right side. There's a guy there, cuts back up inside, and he's nowhere to go on that one. Gets a couple of yards, but he's met by number 35, Tony Thomas, on the stop. Good job by the Panthers there. Clock continues to run. Ticking down to near 6 minutes to go in this game. Tied up 7-7, but the Eagles are driving, looking to take the lead here. And now Smith, the big, powerful running back, is back in the backfield. Smith and Yates. Yates looking to run up the middle. They use Smith as a decoy. Yates up the middle, and he's going to be looks like he's at the first down marker. And they are signaling a first down at the 19. Eagles driving. They got the momentum. Panthers need to step up here. They need a big play. Number 40, Jason Smith, back in the backfield again. Big, strong back. That time he was a blocker for Yates. Last couple times he's been in, he's been a blocker. Let's see what they do on this play. Yates is going to give it to Smith over the left side. Big hole there. Cuts back up into about the 10. And it's going to be brought down by 33, Hayden Thornton, the linebacker, senior linebacker. Clock continues to run. Eagles are moving the football. 2nd and 1 here coming up. They can get a first down. Fresh set of chains here. Yates and Smith in the backfield for the Eagles. Down to 5 minutes to go. And they call a flag. That's going to be on Smith. He was leaning forward before the snap, and that is going to be on the running back. That's going to be a 5-yard penalty, and it's going to back them up. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 6. So, costly mistake here for the Eagles. Panthers defense looking to hold here. Bend but don't break situation for the Panthers. Second 6 coming up. Smith and Yates. Yates going to keep it right up the middle. There's a huge gap right up the middle, driving his feet down to the 1-yard line. So first down for the Eagles. They're going to have first and goal at the 1. Big gap in the middle of that defense, and Yates just took off straight up the middle. First and goal. Panthers need a stop here. Goal line offense here. You got Yates is going to keep this up the left side, cuts in, and that's a touchdown for the Eagles. Touchdown, Del City, with 4:14 to go in the game. They go up 13-7. Extra point to come. show you the replay of that touchdown here in just a second after this extra point. Here we go, extra point to come. Snap, kick is up, and that kick is good. So Del City takes a 14-7 lead with 4:14 to go in the third quarter, or in the game, I'm sorry. And now Panthers, pressure on them. They've got to be able to find something here. Let's take a look at that replay of this touchdown. You're just going to see a goal line formation here, and Yates just off that left side ducks his head and gets in for the touchdown, and that is how Del City takes a 14-7 lead here late in the fourth quarter.
Remember that mammogram you postponed? The colonoscopy? Your yearly physical?
So the second half has been all Del City. They've 14 unanswered points here in the second half. You know, keeping the ball on the ground, keeping the clock moving. And it just kind of looks like that Panther defense is kind of getting wore out. And, you know, when you face a team that's ground and pound the whole time, you get tired, guys start getting wore out, and you just have to, mentally, you just have to fight through that. And right now, these Panthers have got to find it in themselves. They've got to bear down for the next 4 minutes and 14 seconds and find a way to get it in the end zone. This is likely going to be their last shot at it. They do still have 3 timeouts. But the way the defense has been bending to that Eagle offense, I'm not sure that they would be able to get the ball back. Del City, if they get the ball, might be able to just run out the clock. So got to come up with something to get the ball down the field. No mistakes here. Can't afford to take sacks, to lose yardage. Can't afford penalties right now. So it's all mental right now for the Panthers. For the Eagles, you know, for them, you just took the lead, momentum's on your side, but now you can't give it up. You've got to play sound football here. You can't feel like you have a pad here to be able to let up at all. And right now the Panthers thinking about how are we going to bring this kick back and get some good field position. Really, they're hoping with this kick that they can return it out to about, you know, the 30-40 yard line. But Del City's kicker, Stanley Johnson's got one heck of a leg on him. The last one, he got to the end zone for a touchback. So do they take the touchback and take the ball at the 20, or do you risk bringing it out for the return? In my opinion, I think you need to return the ball. Starting at the 20, I don't think is going to do it. You really need to get that ball out to the 30-35 yard line to start this possession. So we'll see what happens here. Worst thing that Panthers can do right now is hang their head. They've got to keep their head in this. Here we go. Exciting end to this this game tonight. We've got 4:14 left to go. Eagles trying to move to 6-1, 4-0 in district play. They're 4 minutes away. Deep kick. It's going to be returnable. It's going to be on the ground. Can he field it? Yes, he does. And good return. And just what I was saying they needed to do. That's going to be a return up to the 30-yard line. So the Panthers are going to take over around the 30. That's what they needed to start this drive. No mistakes now. They need to really, no sacks, no costly penalties here. So here we go. The last 4 minutes of this one to decide it. Laverty back there in the back. Jones flips out here to the flats. Laverty's looking to throw downfield. And Jones just releases, and he can't hold on to the football. He had plenty of room to run. He released out to the flats, saw he was covered, decided to take off. Laverty saw him take off, tried to dump him the ball. It was a good throw. It was a perfect throw right to Kamarion Jones, and he just could not hold on to it. Costly mistake there. That's the one you can't have, because that was a 25-yard plus gain right there if he catches that football. Brings up a 2nd and 10 for the Panthers. Laverty takes a snap, looks, double move. He's got Reese Moffitt wide open. Moffitt catches it, spin move, makes another man miss. He's got one to miss there, gets a good block on the outside, and he is going to be brought down at the 27-yard line. Reese Moffitt on the catch. Awesome play there. It was just a double move. He ran a quick hook. The cornerback bit on it. He took off, and he was wide open down the sideline for the first down, deep into Eagle territory. That's the type of play the Panthers need. Laverty up, ready to go, gives it to Kamarion Jones. He's got room to run on the left side. Outside, he's down to about the 21-yard line. Good gain there, about 6 yards on the carry. Panthers moving the football inside of 4 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Looks like we have a timeout on the field. 3:25 to go in this game. Panthers driving, needing a touchdown to tie this one up. The excellent play, the excellent throw from Carson Laverty to Reese Moffitt on the hitch and go. Catches the defensive back off guard, gets down inside the 25 in Eagle territory. Glad to have all of you along. Those of you watching on SportsZone Oklahoma on YouTube, join in on the chat. Also, those of you watching on News 9, news9.com, News 9 app, thank you for watching the exciting, thrilling game here. Panthers get out to a 7-0 lead in the first half, but the second half so far has been all Del City, 14 unanswered points, but the Panthers driving. 3:25 to go in this game. They are deep inside Del City territory, looking to tie this one up. Thrilling game here. Panthers moving the ball, do not need any penalties right now. No penalties, no mistakes, no sacks. Laverty in the backfield with Kamarion Jones. Hayden Thornton in motion to the left side. He's going to give to Jones, almost hit the backfield, but he gets loose. He breaks up inside to the 20, so he's only going to get a couple of yards. He's going to come up short. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2 coming up. 3rd and 2 coming up for the Panthers. They got to convert. That's all they need to be thinking about right now is converting. For Del City, you need to hold right here. This is 4-down territory for the Panthers. They trail by a touchdown. Field goal is not going to matter at this point. Got to get that ball in the end zone. They got 2 plays here to pick up 2 yards for the first down with their sights set on that end zone. Laverty, Hayden Thornton in motion. Kamarion Jones in the backfield with him. Laverty's looking to throw, releases on the outside, and Hayden Thornton is there with the catch, but he's down at the 20. Stops the clock. They're going to give him the first down. Fresh set of down for the Panthers. Clock continuing to roll. 2.5 minutes to go in this game. Panthers down 14-7, but they're knocking on the door. 20 yards to go to tie this one up. Laverty looking back. Got Reese Moffitt down here, number 10. Look at him. He's looking at Moffitt. Laverty scrambles left, throw over the middle, and incomplete pass. That was Reese Moffitt. That's one of his go-to wide receivers, but just couldn't connect on that one. Throw was a little low. There was good coverage there as well. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 10. Panthers can get a first down. They don't need it all. They just need a first down here. Del City, their defense looking tired. Got a lot of guys with hands on their hips, walking around. All momentum on the Panthers side right now. Laverty with Kamarion Jones in the backfield. Laverty looking to throw. He's looking for a receiver, and he gets away from the tackle, past the 10, past the 5, and he's down to the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers. Touchdown, Panthers. Carson Laverty takes off for the touchdown, and we're an extra point away from this game being tied with 2:01 to go in the game. Excellent run by Laverty. Looked like he was going to be caught right there, right at the line of scrimmage, but he's able to break free, scampers down to the corner of the end zone, and gets in for the touchdown. We'll show you the replay in just a minute. kick is up, and the kick is good. We're tied up 14-all, 2:01 to go in the game. Carson Laverty, let's take a look at that replay. Look at Laverty. Looks like he's got a hold of him right there at the 15. He just scampers out, gets away, and gets to the corner of the end zone, right out of our camera range, unfortunately. But hey, we're all tied up at 14, and now Del City, with 2:02 to go on the game clock, this is their chance. They got 2 minutes to get down the field. The problem with Del City, right now, the Panthers, you don't want to give up a big play. You give up a few 3-4 yard runs, but you don't want to give up a big play. The Eagles are going to take time, 2 minutes. They do have 2 timeouts left, but the clock's going to run. If they can't throw the ball, it's going to be tight for them getting down the field if you play good defense. Just can't give up the big play right now. And first things first, you need to cover this kick. If you're Del City, you need a big return here. You need, just like I had called it on the last return for the Panthers, you need a return that's going to get you up past the 35. Now, Eagles do have an advantage in Stanley Johnson, their left-footed kicker. In pregame warm-ups, he nailed one from 55 yards. So he's got the leg to win this game for you. They would need to get the ball at about the 35-yard line, about the 40-yard line for him to make that kick. They need it to the Panther 40. Still would be a tough kick when you're talking about guys coming at you and things like that. Probably to be safe, you want to get it down to the Panther 25. Kick coming right now. And they are going to get a good return here. Up the right side, hit at the 25, going to be brought down to about the 26. Eagles first down at around the 26-yard line. So 1:56 to go in this game, tied at 14. A thriller here on Rockwell. Hey, we're glad to have you with us on YouTube, SportsZone Oklahoma. Also, those of you watching on News 9, welcome. And so, unfortunately, you know, the corner of these end zones, because of the way the press box is, we can't see the corner of the end zone. So, yeah, sorry for you guys who are complaining about that. We just, it's something we just can't deal with right now. Snap up the middle to about the 36-yard line. Clock is running. Del City need to get down to about the 25 for a field goal attempt, a safe field goal attempt. Yates steps up in the pocket, room to run. He's got blockers over there. Cornerback comes up, and he's going to be brought down at about the 41-yard line. That will stop the clock. So Yates running the ball right now. Still a long way to go for the Eagles getting field goal range. Panthers can't give up the big play. That's the most important thing for the Panthers right now. Don't give up that big play. You got to seal, keep contained. I think right now, if I'm Del City, I'm going to try one straight up the middle. You've been able to gash that Panther defense earlier. I think if you run right up the middle, and that's not going to happen unless Yates takes off here. False start on the Eagles. That's a very big penalty right now for Del City. That's a 5-yard penalty. Back them up. And right now, the chains aren't the important thing for Del City. It's the clock. You got to get yardage, and you need to get down there before that clock runs out. They do still have 2 timeouts left. You would want to save one of those to set up for your field goal attempt. So really, you got 1 timeout to work with here. And Yates is going to keep it up the middle. He's going to be hit at around the 40, and the clock will continue to run unless they take a timeout. No sense of urgency here for Del City. The clock continues to run. They're looking to the sideline. They're just kind of walking around. 3rd and 4 coming up. Now you got to think about at least getting that first down. But the clock is running. We're under a minute, and there's no sense of urgency here. They might be playing for overtime, and they're going to take a timeout. Timeout with 48 seconds to go in the game. And I just don't understand that by Del City wasting all that time on the clock. They just stand around. If you're going to use that timeout, use it. Save the time on the clock. Get your clock. Now you got one timeout left, and you think if you can get in field goal range, you need to use that to set up your kicker for a field goal. So essentially, you need to get down to about the 25 or 30-yard line, and then use that timeout. That's a long way to go right now. I mean, you're looking at 35 yards to get down there. Unless you get a big gain here, like you gash them for a big play. So Del City might be playing for overtime here. I bet that's what they're talking about right now. But I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised, too, to see them take a shot down the field right now. They haven't been able to throw the ball all game. The only completed passes they've really had have been swinging out to the flats. Right now would be a great time to run your guy on a double move or down the sideline and at least take a shot. And the worst thing that happens is you get intercepted deep down the field, and then the Panthers run the clock out and you go to overtime. So I think the Panthers need to be looking for a deep shot down the sideline. Over here on the left side, got tight coverage down here. Number 8 for Panthers needs to back up so he's not in the neutral zone. But I bet they take a shot right here. And nope, they're going to give it up the middle. He's going to break loose. He pops out of there to the 50. That clock is still going to run. They stop the clock at 40 seconds. Set the chains, and then the clock will start. Clock has started. Our clock's not official. It's a little bit off from the official game clock. We'll call it out for you and let you know. Clock continues to roll here. Eagles, Yates looking to throw. Had a man wide open up the middle, and if he had caught that, it was gone, but that ball was way underthrown, but he was wide open. If that ball's completed, Del City's in the end zone right now. So it looks like we have 25 seconds on the clock. I'll call it out for you. Again, our game clock on the scoreboard you're seeing on the screen, not synced up with the stadium scoreboard. That's the official scoreboard clock, the official clock. So 25 and a half seconds officially here. Yates looking to throw again. Steps up in the pocket, nowhere to go. Throws, it's picked off by the Panthers, and we're going to have a return here. All the way up the sideline, going to be down at about the 38-yard line. So the Panthers pick the ball off. Excellent play by Demarion Mason on the interception. And let's take a look at it again. I hit the replay a little late, but that's all right. He gets down there to the 38-yard line. So Panthers have the ball. There's 15.7 seconds left to go in the game. And we know that Carson Laverty has the arm. Panthers may want to take a shot here. I don't think you really need to. A turnover doesn't really matter if you throw an interception deep down there, but you got 15.7 seconds to go in this game. We're tied up 14-all, and the Panthers have a chance to pull this one out. They could get in field goal range here. Laverty looking to throw. He's stepping up in the pocket, and he's going to be brought down for a sack. 10 seconds left on the clock. Panthers have 3 timeouts. They might as well use one here, and they're going to. Timeout north. Laverty takes the sack, backs him up to the 46-yard line, where it's going to be second and long. So right now, if you're Del City, I think you're going to want as many DBs in the game as you can get. I think you try to play a prevent maybe here. You don't want to give up. You want to keep the Panthers outside the 20. If they're any further outside the 20, it's unlikely they're going to make the field goal. You give them the ball inside the 20, and the Panthers, with 2 timeouts left, can call a timeout, set up for a game-winning field goal. So you don't want to give up the deep ball to the end zone, but at the same time, you just can't give up a huge chunk of yardage here if you're Del City. For the Panthers, the only thing you're worried about is if you throw an interception here, get on them and tackle them. You don't want to see a return, a pick 6 here. So here we go, 10 seconds to go in this game. Panthers still 2 timeouts. Laverty with the ball. He's standing just past the 50. He's going to give a draw play up the middle to Kamarian Jones. He's got room to run. He breaks loose, but he's going to be brought down. And with about 3.2 seconds left to go, Panthers will call another timeout with 3.2 seconds. So 3 seconds to go in this game. Panthers call a timeout. Heck of a game we have going on here at Putnam City North High School. Thank you all for joining us, SportsZone Oklahoma on YouTube or watching on News 9. We appreciate you tuning in for this game. So 3 seconds to go. Panthers still have a timeout, but that doesn't really matter at this point. You got one play here. So I think I would take a shot at the end zone. Del City still has a timeout as well. And you know, if this goes to overtime, I love high school overtime. I love the rules for high school overtime. It's just really exciting. So much better than the pros. So here we go. Panthers have the ball at the 44. They got 3.2 seconds on the clock. They got one play here. Got 2 deep safeties for the Eagles with a third corner backing up. And Laverty is going to take a shot. He's going to step up in the pocket. Can he get it off? He's not going to be able to. He's going to be brought down for a sack, and that's going to end regulation. And we are tied 14-all. Overtime coming up here. Just an absolutely exciting game here. So they'll regroup. We're going to have a coin toss. We're going to see who gets the ball first. And we're playing some extra football here at Putnam City North High School on a great Thursday night. Excellent weather, 9:38 p.m. We are expecting weather to come into the metro later tonight, but it looks like we're free and clear for the rest of this game. But we've got some extra football here, folks. Panthers go into halftime 7-0, and Del City comes out 14 unanswered points, take a 14-7 lead. Panthers get the ball late, and with 2 minutes to go in the game, Carson Laverty takes off on a scramble on the outside, gets in the end zone, ties it up at 14 after the extra point. Del City trying to move the football, trying to get into field goal range, and Virgil Yates throws a pick over the middle to number 8, Demarion Mason, a senior, who just picks it off. Nice return. Panthers trying to take a couple shots there at the end with almost no time left on the clock, not able to get in there. And so now we've got captains out there at midfield for a coin toss because we are ready to play some overtime. Getting the instructions from our official. So the Panthers receive, they will defer, so they go on defense. Del City will receive or get the ball first. Obviously, when you win a coin toss in overtime, you want to be on defense first so that you know what you need to do. So if Del City comes out and gets a field goal, then the Panthers know, hey, a field goal, we go to more overtime, but if we get a touchdown, we win. So Panthers win the toss, decide to go on defense first, and it's kind of anybody's game at this point. The thing is, when you start with the ball at the 25, I guess you start on the 20, it's been very, very hard for Putnam City North in the second half to stop that running attack by the Eagles. And on the same notion, the Eagles have had a really tough time trying to contain the passing from Putnam City North. So we'll have to see what happens here. The Panthers on defense first. They got to get a stop here. And it looks like they're starting from the 10. It's not the 20. My mistake there. Overtime, high school starts from the 10. So four downs. There's no first downs here. You got 4 plays. 4 plays. Try to get it in the end zone. No clock here. Here we go. Yates keeping it up the middle. Big gaping hole there. He's going to be down to about the 2. And that's what they did last time they scored. Just kept Yates right up the middle. 2nd down and goal from they're going to say the 1. If the Panthers have anything up their sleeve on defense, now's the time to pull it out because they need to stop right here. And if I had to guess, they're going to keep it with Yates. They got 2 running backs inside. They're going to be lead blockers here. Yates is just going to keep it up the left side. Same play that they scored on last time, and that's going to be a touchdown for Del City. So touchdown. Lost my scoreboard here for a second. Extra point to come. Here's the kick, and it's blocked. Kick is blocked. So Panthers now with a touchdown and a 2-point or an extra point can win this game. Wow, that's great. I mean, big play coming up, blocking that extra point. So we're 20-14, Del City. If the Panthers can get it in the end zone and get that extra point. Now remember earlier in the game, Panthers missed that field goal that doinked the upright. That could have been they could have been out of here with the win if they had been able to convert that. But here we go. Panthers possession in overtime. North needs in the end zone. They need the extra point here. Motion by Hayden Thornton. Extra blocker. Laverty's looking to throw. He's rolling out left, and he gets hit, and he's going to be brought down. That's a loss, and you just can't have that happen. When you're playing overtime like this, if you got that pressure, you got to get rid of that football. Throw it away, throw it out of bounds, but taking a loss, when you start on the 10, now you're backed up. That's an 8-yard loss for the Panthers, and that's just, you can't have that in overtime. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 18. 2nd goal from the 18. Both teams have 1 timeout in overtime. No clock here. First, Laverty looking to throw. Only 3 rushing. Steps up, can't find anybody. Scanning left, throws back left. And incomplete. Incomplete pass out of the range of our cameras. So that's going to bring up a 3rd down and goal from the 18-yard line. 2 down territory, obviously, and at this point, I think you need to get this ball inside the 5 and then come up with a play to try to get it in the end zone. I think trying to take 2 shots at the end zone from the 18 is just too far. Eagles are going to be dropping back into coverage. Keep everything in front of you. Don't let anybody in the end zone. And here we go. 2 plays here for the Panthers. They need in the end zone here. And there is a timeout called on the field. 20-14. And let's take a look at that touchdown that put Del City ahead, 20-14. Just had Yates. We had 2 back. They were in a goal line formation here. Yates just keeps it up the left side and is in the end zone for the touchdown. And that is how Del City takes the lead. 20-14 in overtime, but of course the Eagles miss the extra point, so Panthers a chance to win this one here if they can get it in the end zone. Tremendous game here tonight. Again, we're in overtime. All right, here we go. 3rd and goal from the 18. Laverty, the junior quarterback. He's taking the snap. He's looking to throw right up the middle, pressure up the middle. He's going to be hit in the back and brought down for another loss. And the Panthers going to be facing final play here, 4th and goal from the 22. Fourth and 22 here, 4th and 23. This is the ball game here, folks. One play, and we have a timeout Del City. Timeout Del City on the field, so we'll hold it right here. And my money right now, if I'm over there on that Del City sideline, if I'm one of those coaches, I am looking at doubling up Reese Moffitt right now. Reese Moffitt has been a go-to guy for Laverty all year long. Moffitt, and then you have the sophomore Cameron Scott, but Reese Moffitt really the guy that I think Laverty's going to go to right here. And you got to be over there saying, hey, find number 10, double him up, don't let him catch the ball. And I would say they're probably going to try to run Moffitt to the corner of the end zone, maybe try to run Scott over the middle, try to find something in the middle. And those are going to be Laverty's 2 reads. And I would guess here you're going to have to keep Kamarion Jones in the backfield as a blocker. On that last play, they just brought pressure right up the middle, and there was nobody there to pick up that blitz. So if you're talking to your running back, if you're a Putnam City North coach, you're telling him, hey, you got to pick up the blitz. I mean, they might be bringing everybody. They look for Del City maybe to bring the house here. It's 4th down, 4th and 22. Game is on the line right here. Laverty looking to throw, steps up. He's going to throw it for the corner of the end zone. And it's intercepted in the corner of the end zone, and it was Reese Moffitt. That's exactly who we thought he was going to go to. Del City pulls out the win, 20-14 in overtime. Del City will improve to 6-1 on the season, 4-0 in 6A2 District 1 play. Panthers fall to 3-4, 1-3 in district play. Del City, crucial game next week with Deer Creek, and the Panthers head over to Midwest City. Just a hard-fought game by both of these teams. Great job by Del City coming from behind, taking the lead. Panthers come back, tie it up, send it to overtime, and at the end of the day, the Eagles' running game up front with their quarterback, Virgil Yates, also with Ethan Lawrence and Jason Smith, the 2 running backs, just proved to be a little bit too much for that Panther defense. Again, final score here from Putnam City North High School, Del City 20, Putnam City North 14. You've been watching SportsZone Oklahoma on YouTube. You've also been watching us on News9.com, the News9 apps. Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. Have a safe night. We will see you in 2 weeks right here when the Panthers host Northwest Classen. Have a great night, everyone.